Internet, Eric here. Rachel's over there.
Hello.
And we are back with the next installment, I guess you would say, of this new series. Me and Rachel at least have it going on this channel called...
Please don't make me watch.
There you go. That's why she's here. Because I honestly didn't remember what we called it. The basic idea for this concept is I pick a movie that I'm pretty sure Rachel's not going to enjoy, and she has to sit down, no telephone, no nothing, watch it, and then we discuss it. It's got to be a movie that I don't think she'll enjoy. And then, of course, she can get her revenge however she wants with a movie that she thinks I won't enjoy. Now, I do have... The only rules are, like I said, no telephones or tablets or anything while you watch it. And it can be something that I have seen before, or Rachel has seen before, but it cannot be something that has already been discussed on this channel. So Rachel has lucked out a lot. So she doesn't have to watch like Howard the Duck or
Woohoo!
Steel with Shaquille O'Neal or any of that crap. But anyways, this episode was Rachel's attempt at revenge on me, because last time I made her watch Troll 2. And this time Rachel decided to make me watch, in revenge,
The 1987.
Is it 87?
I believe so.
86.
86.
Mr. Boogedy.
Scary movie from Disney.
Yeah. Now, Rachel, you want to give a basic plot of what this is?
Basic plot is...
It could be as simple as possible. You don't have to describe everything if you don't want to.
Okay, good. Basic plot is this family that has a gag shop where they play tricks on everybody.
We'll talk about that for sure.
Moves in to a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
More than that.
Well, that's basically it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
And one before we discuss it, why did you pick this as your revenge with Troll for Troll 2? What is there anything specific why you think I would hate it?
The acting, for one.
Okay.
Because it has an all-star cast of
Benji Gregory from Elf.
David Faustino.
Yeah, and this is like
Christy Swanson.
Yeah, this is like 86, so this is pre-Buffy Vampire Slayer, pre-Married with Children, so super, super early.
And John Astin, which surprised me because I forgot he was in that. And there is it Richard
Mazer from It.
And that's about it.
He's one of those guys he's one of those hey it's that guy guys. So you just thought I would hate it because of the acting?
The acting just kind of, I don't know, I just thought you would hate it. And the whole fact that they play gags on each other basically throughout the whole movie.
Okay. Well, I did not want to watch this at all. I did watch the trailer, and Rachel was busting her butt trying to find a copy of this. Mm-hmm. We did find a way to watch it.
Also, I would like to add that I thought it would be fun for us to make fun of while we were watching it.
Yeah, that helped. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it at all. But man, this was a very good first attempt that Rachel did. First off, we'll talk about the family. Richard Mazer, he is the guy who owns the gag shop, joy buzzers and fake vomit and whoopee cushions, fake dog poop, all that type of stupid shit that, I had when I was younger. Mm-hmm. It was funny when you were a kid. As a nearly 40-year-old man watching this now for the first time, I'd seen this before, like maybe when I was like 6, 7, and I remember.
Oh, you did?
Well, I didn't remember jack shit. I remember my parents watched it because it was like, this was part of like that wonderful world of Disney on like Saturday or Sunday nights or something like that. So I just didn't remember anything. I just remembered Mr. Boogedy just went boogedy, boogedy boo and tried to scare people, which we'll get to. But Richard Mazer, in this movie, he reminded me a lot of Dave Coulier in Full House, but he actually was charming and not annoying, because I can't stand Uncle Joey on Full House. He was actually fun. The gags did get really annoying. I don't know how his wife put up with all of his practical jokes. The kids, ha dad. The boys loved it. The girl, Christy Swanson, got annoyed because she's, the teenager and her dad's trying to be funny. I don't know how the wife would have put up with it, but he had some charm to it. Christy Swanson, she was this. You could tell this was the beginning of her acting career. She wasn't very good. That's why she probably only had like 2 lines in Ferris Bueller. The boys, I actually thought David Faustino and Benji Gregory were actually pretty good.
They were alright.
You know, I usually hate kid actors. I mean, I really hate kid actors, and they were fine. A lot of times they had good chemistry with each other. They were funny in parts, you know, being goofy. The mom was just the mom.
Yep.
And then we had, who else was there? We find out that Mr. Boogedy is the ghost of a man who tried to marry a widow.
They were pilgrims.
Okay.
And basically what it was is Mr. Boogedy was just this cranky old man, and he used to like to scare the children, and he didn't like kids, and blah, 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 blah. Well, he found this one widow that was nice to him, so he kind of fell in love with her. She ended up having a child. Where
was it her kid Mr. Boogedy's?
No.
Okay.
Because she was a widow, and he fell in love with her, and he asked to marry her. She turned him down, and then basically kidnapped the kid.
That's right.
And said that you have to spend eternity with me, and she can never come into the house.
Right. Okay, we'll get to the backstory of Mr. Boogedy. First off, the backstory is told by John Astin, who is fucking insane in this movie. The first time we see him, he's already in their house, so he snuck in or broke in or something. He's trying to tell him not to go to the house or some shit like that.
Realtor or something.
Yeah, and then I think personally that it's not going to be a ghost story. He's going to be the one just, you know, playing pranks on him. You find out Mr. Boogedy is real. And the kids eventually go to his store or restaurant, or I don't know where.
I think he has like a historic society place.
Okay, yeah.
Is what it is.
And they wanted to know the history of Mr. Boogedy, and he tells the history of Mr. Boogedy. And what's funny is they go back into the Pilgrim days, and the set design was straight out of that episode of the Cosby Show where Rudy's telling the stories about, like, you know, we hate the day, the Frubaloos, and we hate the day, we only love the nights. Where they're literally like cartoon drawings of trees and stuff like that. So I'm like, that was charming. Just like Richard Mazer as the dad, he was annoying and stupid, but he was charming. So I could get past how dumb it was because of it was charming. And then I don't remember anything about Mr. Boogedy, you know.
He was ugly.
Okay, there you go.
He was ugly, had big old warts and scabs all over his face.
When he was a human?
Well, when he was human, he was ugly, but when he had, I think, warts on his face when he was human, but...
Yeah, because I showed the picture. But I didn't really pay attention to that part of the backstory because I didn't really care, because I didn't like the actor who played Mr. Boogedy. He was just kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
And you find the little kids are scared because they think, you know, there's a ghost in the basement. It ends up being the ghost of the kid that was kidnapped by Mr. Boogedy. I hated that kid because he was trying to be the little kid, but he talked like this, and he couldn't say his L's. They had to be W. So, you know, like when little kids say "I love you" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I hated that. I hated him. I didn't care that he was kidnapped. The widow we don't see until the very end when we see her ghost, like after Mr. Boogedy is defeated by a vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
Okay. We see Mr. Boogedy, and he looks like, you know, hold on. He's got his pizza face, right? Not very intimidating. But again, it's like a budget of $5 in 1986. You said this scared you and your sister?
It scared me, but think about it. I was, what, 6 years old, 7 years old?
Okay. Fine. I don't see why this would have been considered scary. It's not, was it Watcher in the Woods?
No, it's not Watcher in the Woods.
That's legit creepy and scary.
That's creepy.
I've heard something Wicked This Way Comes.
I don't know.
That's Frenzy's one of his favorites. He says that's legitimately creepy. This was just goofy and dumb. I didn't see anything scary. the special effects they're cheap and stupid. It's stuff flying through the air and this and that. The vacuum cleaner sucks him in there, and they think everybody's saved. And Mr. Boogedy, he's in the vacuum cleaner, and
he's just hanging out in the vacuum cleaner.
He's just hanging out in there, just killing time. And then the little lispy kid shows up, and then the Widow Johnson or whatever the fuck her name's called. Yeah, whatever. She shows up, and then they hug, and they say thank you, and the little kid waves, and then Benji Gregory waves, and they all wave, and they disappear, and then they're like, oh, great, I'm glad this is over. And then Mr. Boogedy said, or is it? And then does a head pop out of the...
A head pop, he's out of one of his gags, the dad's gags,
Yeah.
and like a little clown pops out of like a, what do you call those, a jack-in-a-box?
Yeah, so they have to end this movie with another fucking gag, because we didn't get enough gags to begin with.
Well, technically there is a sequel that I have not seen called Bride of Boogedy.
Yeah, so he's not defeated, but he is defeated. The only one that... I don't think anyone comes back.
So maybe next time after you make me watch...
We'll get
whatever it is you'll make me watch.
So, did I hate this movie? No. Yeah, the special effects looked really crappy, but then again, a budget of $5. Mr. Boogedy has like this force lightning aura around him. In case we didn't know he was a ghost, they had to do that. There was this sequence where, like, this is the part where Kristy Swanson's acting was really horrible. She was either sleepwalking or she was hearing some voices or something, and she walked down the hallway and she opened the door and Mr. Boogedy shows up and goes boogedy boogedy and scares her, and she faints, and then when she's woken up it's like the worst wooden acting of I'm scared, Daddy, he was there, Daddy, he touched me or he bit me or
Boogedy.
Yeah, it was so bad. The mom, like I said, just sits there. But did I hate this? No. So, Rachel, you failed.
Sorry, I failed.
But the best part, this movie was only 45 minutes long. The best part of this was only 45 minutes.
Again, we said it was made for TV.
But if this movie was like an hour and a half or even an hour, it would have been rough. Because we would have had 25 more fucking gags from Joey Gladstone Light. I would have had to hear that kid lisp a lot more. Yeah. Did I hate this movie? No. Did I like this movie? Absolutely not. But it had some charm to it. So I would say I don't regret watching this, but I probably never would have if Rachel didn't make me. So yeah, it's worth one watch, I guess, if you remember it from when you were a kid. I honestly don't, so I thought it was kind of dumb. So that's...
Well, right, I don't like it now. It's not like I'm going to run out and be like, I got Mr. Boogedy for my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to pay for this.
Yeah.
So that's it. I guess I don't really have... There's not really much to say about Mr. Boogedy other than he scares kids and looks bad, and the dad's annoying but charming, and the mom doesn't do anything, and Kristy Swanson sucks, and the kids are good, and that's it. But like I said, I do like the cheap... Not the cheap effects. I do like the cheap set design. Right out, like I said, the Cosby Show before all of the rape stuff happened. And do I recommend Mr. Boogedy? Yeah.
For a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I would recommend it if our daughter wanted to watch it. I would have been like, yeah, it's not scary. Yeah, you might have fun. There's kids in it and they do stuff. And John Astin walks around, on cocaine and, tells stories. But other than that, yeah, meh at best. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. Rachel gave the old college try. Yeah, she gave the old college try, but I was expecting a lot worse.
Okay.
So now,
up my game.
Yeah, that's the problem. What I was gonna say is now we're going to keep a running list. Like I made Rachel watch Troll 2, she made me watch Mr. Boogedy. In future episodes, we're going to ask each other, like, I know what I'm going to make her watch next. I'm going to ask her, so, is this movie worse than Troll 2? And then Rachel will say, hey, is this movie worse than Mr. Boogedy? And we'll see which is the worst film that each one of us has made each other watch so far. Now, I don't know what to say other than this movie.
Boogedy, boogedy, boo.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, all that crap. Rachel's really going to hate me after the next one. Boogedy boogedy boo. See, that sounds so fucking retarded. Later.
Oh.